Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very fun and interesting video to get into because I have handpicked some very fun and interesting topics. So we're going to go over one of my favorite franchises ever, potentially having a release date very soon. We have some Nintendo Switch news that I think snowballs into some Switch 2 news, and some Pokemon Presents news, possibly Nintendo Direct news, and then at the end of this video, we're going to do a small investigation about a secret I've had for a long time about the Switch. So let's just go ahead and get into the video. That's right, another day without a Nintendo Direct, so I thought, it's the end of the week, I'll do my own Direct, but it'll be a bunch of gaming news and way cooler than a Nintendo Direct. But before that, I have to remind you, every single Saturday on my channel right here in a video, I give away multiple Nintendo eShop gift cards, and if you would like to have an opportunity to win them, all you have to do is be a subscriber and be following me on Instagram or Twitter or X or both of them. And just let me know that you came over from YouTube. And yeah, it's my small way of giving back to my community. So now that that's all out of the way, hit a like and subscribe, and let's just go ahead and get into the video. In yesterday's video, we went over an update about a new Tony Hawk game. And this is, I think, a remake or remaster, I'm not sure what they call them, of Tony Hawk 3 and 4. And this was allegedly coming for quite a while. And I think 1 and 2 did really well. But then we just heard no news. And I think it was initially canceled as well. But a bunch of leaks have been coming out. Tony Hawk has even responded to this. Xbox has responded to this. And this is a sure thing. I cannot wait for this. This is a big surprise, especially since I think it was initially canceled. And I have a theory about the release date, and I think it makes sense. But first, let's go over this small update. Allegedly, there is a Tony Hawk game teaser in Black Ops 6. And I think Activision makes Call of Duty. And I think they still own the Tony Hawk series, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, Black Ops 6 had its mid-season update, and on the Black Ops 2 remake map grind, there's a teaser for the rumored Tony Hawk remake with a date March 4th. Grind, get it? And I think Grind is is that the one that's like a skate park level? It could be, it could not be. I haven't played Call of Duty in so long, but Grind, skateboarding, it all makes sense. And it's saying March 4th. And another reason why I think this is the release date for this game is March 4th. At least in America, when you write it, you would write the month 3 and then the day 4. So Tony Hawk 3 and 4, March 3, 4. So this is really exciting stuff. I think this is set in stone. Like I said, Tony Hawk even responded to this, and then Xbox responded to it. So I'm pretty sure this is set in stone. Now, will that be a reveal date or a release date? I'm thinking release date because why not just drop this thing? I think it might drop on Game Pass as well. I've heard it might be like shadow dropped that day, but if you're not a Tony Hawk fan, you're losing a lot of respect from me. It is the greatest gaming series with the greatest soundtracks, because if this happens, we'll probably get Underground and Underground 2 and even American Wasteland. So yes, fingers crossed, but this seems like it's a sure thing. Now let's go over some Nintendo Switch news that I think directly has a result because of the Switch 2, and I think this will also coincide eventually with a huge price drop on Nintendo Switches. But there is a new Nintendo Switch bundle coming out, maybe next week? Upcoming release before the Switch 2 Direct. A new bundle will release soon in North America and includes, it says Switch OLED blue and red console, but in this box right here, it's white and black. So I don't know if this is like a fan-made render or not, but yeah, it says blue and red. And this comes with Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which is a voucher, so this is only digital. I don't know if any of the Nintendo Switch bundles ever came with a physical game, now that I think about it. Yeah, I didn't have a Wii U, but I know there were some bundles for the Wii U, and I wonder if those came with a physical game. This also comes with a 3-month Nintendo Switch Online membership, and this will retail for $349, and the announced date is around the 27th of February, so that will be next Thursday. This will be announced maybe the same day as the Pokemon Presents. Weird timing, right? So the reason why I think this has to do directly with the Nintendo Switch 2, it's like, yes, we've had a bunch of bundles before, but I think the first Nintendo Switch that will get a price drop, or that makes the most sense to get a price drop, is the Nintendo Switch OLED. And not because it's like the most expensive Switch you can currently get, but I think it competes directly with the Nintendo Switch 2. Yes, the Nintendo Switch 2 is only LCD, right? This is currently the biggest pushback for the Switch 2, which isn't the biggest issue, especially for me, because LCD technology has came so far since the Nintendo Switch originally launched in 2017, but the Nintendo Switch 2 is LCD. And people are saying, well, why not OLED? OLED screens are like cheaper, and the Switch has an OLED screen, so this just doesn't make sense. So the Nintendo Switch 2 could come out with an LCD screen, but if Nintendo still had a cheaper console with an OLED screen, even though it's previous generation, it's still directly competing with the Nintendo Switch 2. It's like, I never had a Nintendo console. Oh, there's a Nintendo Switch 2, has an LCD screen, okay. The Nintendo Switch has an OLED screen, and it's cheaper. I've never had one of these consoles, I'll just get the previous generation, right? So I think this might actually be the first console to get a straight price drop. I know this is a bundle. I'm expecting a bunch of other bundles, and this is also them like clearing out stock, obviously making room, and it doesn't cost them really anything to give you a game voucher. But yeah, I think the Switch OLED will probably have a price drop to like $300, and then the original Nintendo Switch will probably have a price drop to $250, and I could see the Switch Lite getting a price drop to like $159, $169, something like that, maybe even eventually $100. And at that price, it's like, man, I might buy a couple of those and just put them up and forget about them. Because I actually really like the Nintendo Switch Lite. I think it's an underrated console. The Pokemon Presents has officially been confirmed for February 27th, which we all kind of knew this was happening. The Nintendo Direct, where is it? And it's allegedly still coming in February. And a lot of leakers who get a lot of stuff right are like betting on it. They're like, no, I know it hasn't came yet, but I'm standing behind that it's still coming in February. So when does it realistically come now? Because next week is the last week of February. It's happened before on Friday, where it's like Thursday in Japan, and then Friday here, or Friday here and Thursday in Japan. I don't know which way that goes, but it has happened before on Friday. Pokemon Presents on Thursday. Could it happen the same day as a Pokemon Presents? Probably, and Nintendo has been doing like a lot of game releases and announcements on Thursday, so that could make sense. I'm just going to say Tuesday because that's the day they normally do it, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. I think that's when it happens. People are starting to lose hope, and I get it, but I think Nintendo really needs this Nintendo Direct to map out the rest of the Nintendo Switch's life, at least up until the Switch 2 releases. They'll still support the Switch, but on Thursday at the Pokemon Presents, we'll probably get gameplay footage of Pokemon Legends EA, and then hopefully a release date. So we still need a release date for Metroid Prime 4, and then maybe Nintendo Selects come back, and then maybe some Nintendo Switch Online updates, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a special Mr. Robot Joe investigation, the very first of its kind. That's right. It is time for a little mystery, and this is a mystery that has plagued me for quite a long time, and this mystery has to do with the Nintendo Switch. Well, a Nintendo Switch accessory. Ever since the very first time I seen the Nintendo Switch reveal trailer, there was an accessory in there that I don't think ever became a real thing. And if it did, I just never seen it in person. And it's for this accessory right here. As you can see, they slide the Nintendo Switch onto the seat. But how is this possible? With this little rod or rail system? I always thought this was so cool, especially as growing up as a kid who always wanted to have a portable DVD player to take on road trips. The only thing I ever got that was remotely close to that was the videos that you could play on Game Boy Advance. So this accessory, where is it? What is it? And will we get this for the Nintendo Switch 2? I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this information? Because your opinion matters most. So in the comments below, I'd love to hear from you. If you made it to this part of the video, you might as well join the community. So hit a like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or X, or all of them. And yeah, you guys know me. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.